Sleep, the familiar stranger we all know. Sleep is something every one of us experiences daily. From birth to old age, it takes up a third of our lives. Have you ever wondered why we need to sleep? Or why so many modern folks feel they never get enough of it? In our busy lives, sleep often feels like a luxury we can squeeze out. Staying up late for work or scrolling phones till dawn has become the norm. But sleep scientist Matthew Walker has a wake-up call for us. Sleep isn't optional downtime, it's a vital life necessity. Ignore it, and the cost could be your health, happiness, or even your life itself. The core question of this book is simple yet profound. Why do we need sleep? It's not about being lazy, it's a gift honed by billions of years of evolution. Walker uses science and real-life stories to show that sleep isn't just a body repair shop, it's a brain cleaner and a soul healer. If we don't take it seriously, the consequences are worse than we think. Let's dive into this journey about sleep, wake up from our misconceptions, and rediscover this familiar yet mysterious companion. Part 1. The Secrets of Sleep, Your Brain's Nighttime Magic. Why do we feel sleepy? The answer's tucked inside your brain. Sleep isn't just shutting off, it's a complex biological symphony. Walker explains that human sleep splits into two main acts: non-rapid eye movement (NEM) and rapid eye movement (REM). NEM is like a hard-working janitor, clearing out the brain's daily trash like beta-amyloid proteins, tied to Alzheimer's disease. REM, on the other hand, is the dream stage, sorting memories and soothing emotions. NEM sleep has four phases, from light dozing to deep slumber. In phase 1, you close your eyes, your mind blurs, and you might feel your body sink, like falling into clouds. Phase 2 brings sleep spindles, quick brain waves tidying up the day's mess. Phases 3 and 4 are deep sleep, with slow delta waves rolling in. During this, cerebrospinal fluid washes through your brain like a tide, flushing out toxins from the day's ground. A 2024 study found that in deep sleep, this fluid flows 50% faster than in light sleep. Skipping it, and beta amyloid builds up 30% quicker, threatening your mind's health. REM sleep kicks in later at night. Your brain buzzes almost like when you're awake, eyes darting as dreams play out like movies. Scientists say REM's neural sparks are linked to creative thinking, even replaying math problem patterns in your dreams. This all hinges on neurotransmitters pulling the strings. Adenosine builds up all day, signaling sleepiness, then clears out after a good rest, leaving you refreshed. Melatonin's your nighttime switch, flipped by darkness and made by the pineal gland. GABA calms your brain's buzz, lulling you to sleep, blocking it in mice, and they crash from exhaustion. Acetylcholine fuels REM, directing your dream scenes like a movie maestro. Dopamine and norepinephrine keep you sharp when awake but dial down at night to let sleep take over. Serotonin helps you wind down as you drift off. A 2023 study found waking neurons in the hypothalamus quiet down at night, paving the way for sleep. The brain's cortex, hippocampus, and thalamus team up in this dance. During NEM, the hippocampus files short-term memories into the cortex's long-term storage, while the thalamus guards against outside noise. Imaging shows deep sleep boosts this memory link by 25%. REM fires up the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, processing emotions. Walker shares a breakup study. After REM sleep, a heartbroken person's negative feelings dropped 40%, proof of the brain's healing power. A 2024 neuroscience breakthrough revealed that during sleep, glial cells shrink by 10%, making room for that toxin-clearing brain wash, which may fend off diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Genes play a big role too. People with a rare December 2nd mutation thrive on 4–6 hours of sleep, but that's less than 1% of us. The PER3 gene decides if you're a night owl or an early bird, while the clock gene sets your body clock's tempo. Walker cites a twin study showing sleep duration is 50% genetic, though stress and light can tweak how those genes play out. Night shift workers, for instance, struggle with a misaligned clock gene. A 2023 genome study tied over 700 genes to sleep quality, touching immunity, metabolism, and brain function. Sleep's a full-body affair. Genes even shape your dreams. Some variants make them wilder, likely from boosted REM activity. Picture this: your brain's racing all day, churning out info scraps. REM's like a librarian, filing useful bits into long-term memory and tossing the junk. Studies show sleeping boosts your recall of new words by 20%. REM's your therapist, replaying emotional scenes in dreams so you wake up lighter. Ever argue with someone in a dream and feel better by morning? That's no accident, it's your brain at work. Walker tells of an artist who dreamed of childhood and woke up to paint an awake-winning piece. Dreams spark genius. Evolution-wise, sleep's a marvel. Back in the day, our ancestors hunted by day and hid from predators at night. Sleep kept them quiet and patched them up, locking in lessons learned. Walker notes fish resting one brain half at a time, staying alert. Migrating birds nap mid-flight, one hemisphere snoozing. Dolphins mastered unihemispheric sleep, swimming and breathing while half asleep. Cats doze 12-16 hours, flipping between light sleep and REM to recharge fast. Dogs twitch in REM, chasing dream rabbits. Humans' two-phase sleep is next level, tuning up body and mind at once. Mice dies from total sleep loss. Immunity tanks, proving sleep's a survival must. Ecologically, sleep saves energy. Nighttime slackers lower their metabolism to outlast the dark. Historically, sleep was a mystery. Ancient Egyptians saw dreams as divine messages. Greeks worshipped Hypnos, the sleeping god. Aristotle thought sleep cooled the blood. Wild guess. By the 19th century, EEGs showed the brain's not off, just dancing to a slower beat. Walker shares a pioneer's tale. In the 1920s, crude electrodes cut a cat's sleeping brainwaves. In 1953, Kleitman spotted REM, linking dreams to eye twitches. The 70s brought sleep deprivation experiments. A mouse died after 17 sleepless days, inflammation out of control. In the 2020s, brain imaging revealed the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, and amygdala harmonizing at night like a symphony. These breakthroughs didn't just crack sleep's code, they made us rethink its worth. Part 2. The modern sleep crisis: why we can't sleep. Even though sleep's critical, modern life's stealing it away. Walker calls it a global sleep loss epidemic. Stats show over 30% of adults get less than 6 hours a night, when 7-9 is the sweet spot. Why's that? It's all in how we live. First up, tech's invasion. Smartphones and screens blast blue light, blocking melatonin. Ninja show late, and your brain thinks it's still daytime. No wonder you're wired. Walker says 2 hours of screen time before bed delays sleep by an hour and cuts deep sleep by 20%. Blue light pings the retina, throwing your body clock off. Social media's dopamine hits keep you scrolling, hyped up. Picture a college kid swiping TikTok till a.m., then blanking on tomorrow's test. Studies linked an hour of nightly phone use to a 40% higher insomnia risk. Video games do it too. One gamer's late-night battles pushed sleep back 2 hours, tanking next-day focus. Next, work stress. The 996 ground AM to PM, 6 days a week treats sleep like a spare tire. Walker tells of a coder who slept 4 hours for 3 days to hit a deadline, then passed out in a meeting. His code was a mess. He warns, lose an hour of sleep, and next day efficiency drops 15%. Chronic skimpers performed worse than if they were drunk. One manager bragged, "I power through on grit," but his blood pressure was a ticking bomb. Companies chasing short-term wins, forgetting healthy workers are the real assets. An entrepreneur learned this the hard way. 6 months of all-nighters led to an ulcer. Workplace rivalry breeds sleep shame. One guy got sidelined for refusing to burn the midnight oil and quit. Diet's another culprit. Caffeine and booze are sleep assassins. At p.m. coffee lingers 8 hours, blocking adenosine's time to sleep signal. Alcohol might knock you out, but it trashes REM, leaving you groggy. Walker notes it worsens snoring, even triggering breathing pauses. A greasy late dinner keeps your stomach churning, tossing you awake. A BBQ fan ditched midnight snacks and gained an hour of sleep. Too much sugar spikes blood sugar, waking you at a.m. One cocaaholic found out the hard way. Overdoing water means bathroom trips. One tea lover cut back and slept 30% better. Culture's fanning the flames. We idolize the sleep less, do more hustle myth, tying late nights to grits. Edison's "I don't need much sleep" gets quoted, but Walker spills the tea, he napped all day. Celebs flex their 4-hour nights, hiding the health toll. Walker hits back with stats. Chronic sleep loss ups heart disease risk 45%, cancer 20%. Skimp on sleep, and your immune system flops. You'll catch every cold. Less than 6 hours cuts vaccine power by 50%. A kid who slept 8 hours got flack for being lazy but aced her exams. Society tags sleep as weakness. One newbie got chewed out by the boss for clocking out early. Economic pressures piling on. City living's cost keeps folks anxious and awake. Dual income homes and night shift workers get hit hardest. Their body clocks are scrambled. Walker says the U.S. loses $400 billion yearly to sleep-deprived productivity, with 20% of crashes tied to drowsy driving. A trucker nodded off after an all-nighter, wrecking his load and himself. Global jobs mean late-night Zoom calls. One coder quit after months of 5-hour nights. Poverty widens the gap. Low-income folks sleep 20% worse thanks to noise and grinding. Mental health's a sleeper hit too. Stress revs up the amygdala, keeping your brain on high alert. Walker says chronic worriers take 40 minutes longer to doze off, their cortex buzzing. A single mom scraping by on 4 hours hits an emotional wall. Depression and sleep loss feed each other. Messed up REM leaves you wrecked. One guy said, "I slept 8 hours but felt like I didn't." Loneliness ups insomnia 30% for solo dwellers. Today's isolation makes sleep a rare treat. A 2023 study found skimping on sleep amps up bad vibes, turning molehills into mountains. Schools aren't helping. Teens need 8-10 hours, but early bells rob them blind. Walker cites a high school that bumped start times from 7:30 to 8:30. Grades rose 10%, absences fell 20%. One parent saw her cranky early riser daughter chill out with a later bedtime. Parents and teachers skip sleep 101, leaving kids in a fog. A teacher griped about dozing students, clueless they'd been up till dawn. Education's setting kids up to fail, learning on empty. Globalization's the cherry on top. 24/7 e-commerce and cross-time zone meetings killed the quiet night. An export worker shaved sleep to 4 hours answering midnight emails, then got fatty liver. Walker warns, globalization's perks come at sleep's expense, and the health bill steep. A jet-setting exec's body clock crashed after 6 months of insomnia. She took a break to reset. Jet lag doesn't just hit you, it drags your team. One global crew lagged 2 weeks from sleeping woes. History shows the shift. Before Edison's bulb, folks slept with the sun. The night was sacred rest. Electric lights stretched our days. Factory shifts threw sleep off track. 19th century workers got under 6 hours, and their bodies paid. Now, tech and global ground have turbocharged the trend. A historian mused, "We traded sleep for light." Time to ask, is this life worth it? Part 3. Sleep Truths Busting 5 Big Myths. We've got sleep all wrong, and Walker's here to set us straight. He's like a detective, cracking myths with hard science. Myth 1. 5 hours is plenty. Some swear they're short sleepers, but the December 2nd gene for that is super rare. Less than 1% of us have it. Most folks cutting sleep are racking up damage. Walker tells of a manager who boasted 5's fine his arteries aged 10 years ahead. Society's less sleep, more hustle cheerleading fuels this lie. Myth 2. I'll catch up on weekends. Weekday skimpers crash till noon on Saturday, thinking it balances out. Walker says sleep debt isn't a bank account. Cramming rest won't fix the brain's missed tune-ups. Studies show weekend 12-hour sleepers still score 10% worse on brain tests than steady sleepers. One student slept off a week of all-nighters, then blanked on Monday's formulas. It can even mess up your clock, making Monday a slog. Myth 3. Old folks don't need much sleep. We assume seniors sleep less naturally, but their needs the same, they just struggle more. Deep sleep shrinks, so toxin cleanup slows piling up brain gunk. Poor sleep speeds up mental decline. A 70-year-old griped about insomnia. It wasn't age, just bad habits and noise. Society's stereotypes make us shrug it off. Myth 4. Snoring's no big deal. Snoring's a punchline, but it could signal sleep apnea. Nighttime oxygen dips raise stroke and heart attack odds. Billions worldwide are at risk. Walker shares a middle-aged guy's tale, waking 20 times a night, head pounding, until a breathing machine fixed him. Brushing off snoring can be deadly, but we laugh instead of acting. Myth 5. Sleeping pills save the day. They knock you out, but it's not real sleep, just sedation. Walker calls it playing possum. Your brain gets no real perks. Long-term users lose 30% of REM and memory fades. One insomniac leaned on pills, then flubbed working in a daytime haze. Ads pushing this quick fix, clouding the truth. Bonus myth 6. Coffee's as good as sleep. Caffeine perks you up but only masks the tired, it doesn't fix it. Walker tells of a student chugging coffee to cram, then bombing the test. Sleep-starved brains don't retain. Lean on it too long, and you'll crash harder. A desk jockey downed 5 cups daily, then hit the air with heart palpitations. Bonus myth 7. Insomnia's all in your head. Folks blame weak willpower, but it's often physical thinking, apnea, or hormone shifts. Walker shares a woman misdiagnosed with anxiety. Menopause was the real insomnia culprit, fixed with lifestyle tweaks. Ignoring the body's role delays real help. Society says teens don't get insomnia, but stress and screens have spiked at 20% in kids. These myths thrive on culture and ignorance. Walker's plea: stop joking about sleep, it's your health's foundation. Part 4. Sleep's superpowers, fixing body and soul. So, what's sleep really doing for us? Walker's got the scoops, backed by studies and stories. For your body, sleep's a miracle doc. Well-rested folks have juiced up immune cells, shredding viruses fast. In a flu virus test, full sleepers had a 17% infection rate. Skimpers hit 50%. Sleep tunes your metabolism, balancing hunger hormones. Miss a night, and you'll scarf 300 extra calories next day. Pile that up, and it's obesity city. One Dieter paired steady sleep with cutting food and shedding 5 more pounds of fat. Sleep guards your heart. 2 deep sleep drops blood pressure by 10%, easing the strain. A hypertensive guy slept 8 hours and halved his pill dose. For your brain, sleep's a creativity booster. Edison and Dell napped for inspiration. And links random ideas, sparking breakthroughs. Scientists say problem-solving jumps threefold after a nap. A chemist dreamed the benzene ring's shape, waking up to crack a molecular puzzle. Sleep resets your mood too, making you calmer and brighter. Skimps and anxiety spikes 30%. One good night cuts bad vibes 20%. A sleep-deprived mom snapped at her kids, then chilled out after a solid snooze. For mental health, sleep's a shield. REM processes trauma, softening nightmare stings. Walker shares a crash survivor's story. Sleep loss fueled bad dreams, but regular rest eased them. Less than 6 hours doubles depression odds by 40%. A college kid's late night cramming sparked anxiety, sleep fixed it. Sleep even tames OCD1 patient cut compulsive tics 30% with better rest. A 2023 study found deep sleep lowers cortisol, easing chronic stress's mental toll. For longevity, sleep's the secret sauce. Walker says good sleepers outlive skimpers by a decade. Sleep loss speeds telomere, shortening your cell's aging clock. Steady sleep protects them, keeping you spry. A 20-year study showed 7-8-hour sleepers had 30% lower death rates than 6-hour folks. A 100-year-old with 8-hour nights had telomeres fitter than her peers. Sleep dials down inflammation too, cutting chronic disease risk. Job performance leans on sleep. A salesperson nailed 20% more deals post-snooze, focused razor sharp. Stanford Hoopers slept 10 hours, boosting shot accuracy 9%. The coder's buggy lines vanished after solid rest, efficiency soared. Sleep even perks up your skin growth hormones and deep sleep repair cells, keeping you youthful. Walker quips, it's a free spa night. Across cultures, sleep shines. Japan's long-lived elders swear by early bedtimes, outpacing Western lifespans by 3 years. Chinese TCM pushes the midnight-noon nap, 20 minutes boosts afternoon output by 15%. African hunters rely on steady sleep for sharp reflexes. Indian yoga uses pre-bed meditation, science backs its calming kick. Sleep's power unites us all. History's giants leaned on it. Da Vinci's polyphasic naps fueled his genius. Churchill napped through Wii, crediting it for clutch calls. Einstein's 10-hour nights birthed relativity dreams. Shakespeare called sleep nature's soft nurse. These icons prove sleep's not just rest, it's a potential unlocker. Part 5. Reclaiming sleep. Start tonight. Now that we know sleep's magic, how do we get more? Walker's got practical hacks, easy to pull off. First, lock in a routine. Same bedtime, same wash up, even weekends. Your body clock cravs consistency. Walker says 10-11 p.m. is prime sleep start time for max deep rest. If you're off track, try the sleep anchor, 3 days of early sun exposure, and you'll crash naturally at night. One night owl shifted from AM to PM with this trick. It sharpens daytime focus to one student's class game jumped 20% into weeks. Second, craft your sleep zone. Keep it dark, quiet, cool. Aim for 65-68 F18-20 C. Thick curtains kill lights. Ditch blue glowing gadgets. For noise, a white noise machine can save the day. One insomniac cut street racket with fan humming, dozing off in 20 minutes instead of an hour. Pick a medium firm mattress and pillow to cradle your spine. A back pain sufferer swapped beds and slept 30% better. Third, tweak your eats. No big meals 3 hours before bed. Skip caffeine and booze. Walker suggests warm milk or a banana. Magnesium and tryptophan ease you in. If you're peckish, grab a white grain cracker, not sugar. Keep blood sugar steady. Hydrate all day, but cut liquids an hour before bed to avoid wash-ups. A coffee nut moved her fix to mornings, boosting sleep 30%. Light dinners beat spicy stuff. One acid reflux case halved nighttime wash-ups. Fourth, chill out. Drop the phone an hour before bed. Read or meditate instead. Walker swears by belly breathing, 4-second inhaling, 6-second exhaling, repeat. Mind racing? Jot it down, offload the clutter. An anxious soul cuts bedtime from an hour to 20 minutes with a journal. A hot shower 15 minutes before bed drops your temp, signaling sleep time. A stressed worker soaked her feet and dreamed sweeter. Fifth, harnessing daylight. Get 15 minutes of morning sun to reset your clock. Nighttime sleep comes easier. Daytime slump? Nap 20 minutes, but not past PM to save your night. Walker says set an alarm. Deep naps leave you groggy. A desk jockey's 20-minute lunch snooze hiked afternoon output 25%. Sun boosts mood too, cutting anxiety. Winter blues. A light therapy lamp mimics rays. One user shaved 20 minutes off bedtime. 6th. Move it. Daytime exercise like a 30-minute walk or yoga ups sleep quality. No hard workouts 2 hours before bed. High temps keep you buzzing. A runner swapped evening jogs for afternoons, gaining 25% more deep sleep. It melts stress to one. Frazzled workers thrice weekly jogs have bedtime lag. Gentle pre-bed stretches ease tight muscles, nix night cramps. 7th. Tackle insomnia. Tossing and turning, don't force it. Walker says if you're awake 20 minutes, get up, do something dull like read a manual till you're drowsy. One sleeper went from 3 wash-ups to 1 with this. Ditch the clock staring. Amp stress. Big worries, cognitive offload. Write them down, deal tomorrow. A working mom slashed bedtime from an hour to 30 minutes this way. 8th. Use tools smartly. Sleeping machines with white noise help noise-sensitive folks. One city dweller boosted sleep flow 40% with it. Smart bands track stages, nudging better habits. But Walker warns, they're helpers, not crutches. Obsessing over data backfired for one user, who slept better after ditching it. These tricks are dead simple. Stick with them for 2 weeks, and you'll feel brand new. Part 6. Sleeping plans for special crews. Different folks, different sleep needs. Walker's got tailored tips for key groups. For students, sleep's your study turbo. Get 8 hours before a test beats last-minute cramming. All-nighters tank memory 30%. A 20-minute afternoon nap perks up focus, perfect for zonked high schoolers. One undergrad went from B's to A's with steady sleep. Parents, pushin' PM light out, not crazy early bedtimes. Review then sleep locks and lessons. One middle schooler boosted scores 15%. For workers, sleep's your edge. Quit flaunting late nights. A 20-minute lunch nap lifts afternoon game 25%. Night shifters, wearing shades home to dodge sun messing your clock. Late shift, hot shower, then bed. One doc cuts bedtime from 40 to 15 minutes. Flexible hours help to one coder's nap tweaks slashed bugs in half. Jot tomorrow's to DOS pre-bed light in your brain's load. For pregnant moms, sleep's your bedrock. Late pregnancy, left side sleeping boosts circulation. 150 minutes of light walks weekly. Doc approved ups rest. One mom-to-be did bedtime yoga, cutting wash-ups from 5 to 2. Ease up on pre-bed water to skip bathroom runs. Anxious, meditate. One expectant mom shaved 20 minutes off bedtime. For seniors, sleep's your anti-aging ace. Steady schedules and morning walks, deep in rest. Ditch blue light. Pre-bed melatonin's already low. An 80-year-old stretch sleeps from 5 to 7 hours with sunrise strolls. Day naps, capped at 30 minutes to save night sleep. Light exercise fights osteoporosis. One elder's 10-minute stretches halved leg cramps. For teens, sleep's your growth fuel. Puberty shifts their clock. They're wired to sleep late, rise late. Walker says push school starts from 8 to a.m. grades jump 10%. Parents, negotiate PM lights out, not forced early nights. One 9th grader's focus climbed 20% with a tweak. Ditch pre-bed gaming. One addict quit late play, boosting sleep 30%. For athletes, sleep's your recovery hack. Post-workout, 9 hours speeds muscle repair. A runner added sleep, upping stamina 10%. Pre-bed stretches cut tension and cramps. A swimmer slept full nights, shaving 5% off race times. Pre-game, sync with sunlight to dodge jet lag. These plans flex for you. Respecting nature's rules is key. Part 7. Sleep's future tech and society's double edge. What's next for sleep? Walker's hopeful but wary. Tech's reshaping rest for better and worse. Smart gear's a mixed bag. Sleep trackers chart stages, nudging better habits. One user fixed skimpy deep sleep and felt sharper. Sound machines with white noise cut bedtime 20 minutes for one insomniac. But tech giants hawk sleep optimizers, pills, brainwave zappers with shaky long-term proof. Walker cautions, they might mess with natural rest. One brain device tester relapsed harder after quitting. Society's waking up too. Companies like Google offer nap pods. Worker happiness rose 20%. Sweden's sleep-friendly trial cut hours, boosting output 15%. But Walker frets, if sleep's just a performance hack, stress could climb. Real change needs a culture shift, health over hustle. One HR replica saw staff sleep an extra hour with flex time, lifting efficiency. Education's catching on. Finland's later school starts lifting grades and vibes. US colleges teaching sleep skills. Student insomnia dropped 25%. Sleeping classes could go mainstream. A principal said, teaching kids to sleep beats an extra lecture. History leaned on nature. Egyptians used lavender oil. Native Americans sipped herbal teas. Medieval docs doused poppy juice, risky but it worked. Today, we balance tech and roots. Walker sees precise melatonin drugs on the horizon if they're safe. His call, don't let machines hijack sleep, it's life's gift. Closing. Sleep, life's gentlest guardian. Sleep's not a sidekick, it's life's backbone. Walker's science ties it to body, brain, and spirit. From scrubbing brain junk to mending broken hearts, from sparking genius to stretching years, sleep's got our backs. Yet we shoved it aside, chasing more in our rush. Walker's nudge. True wins come from living better, not sleeping less. Sleep's not slacking, it's smart. It brings peace in the storm, strength in the slump. Next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter, ask, am I burning tomorrow to chase today? Tonight, give yourself a good sleep. Kill the screen, dim the lights, let your body find its rhythm. Sleep doesn't just prep you for tomorrow, it makes every day worth living. It's your truest pal, your softest protector. In this fast world, a solid night's rest is the best gift you can grab.